Folks here in Florida definitely used to this. Rain in the forecast as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in the city of Jacksonville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Condors of San Diego taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also fell in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Throwing to start the drive. Cody. He finds his man. Complete. It's O'Brien. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run on first down. Gilmore. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Operating from the gun. Cody. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Cody. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
A very good return there, giving an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now Will Anderson gets to him for the tackle. When you look at this defense, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This go around, he's hit behind the line and taken down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Cody. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. And a
Up the middle they go. Gilmore. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Condors.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gilmore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back into 24. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 3rd down, Gilmore. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Beverly. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. The Jaguars had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Let's go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Ready.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Come on, come on.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
19 right. Red. 18 cop. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. 19.
They'll drop to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mustang 19.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barber. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try the left side. Beverly. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. This now a 3rd and 4.
Buffalo 18. 70 Timberwolves.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run on 1st down. Beverly. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Cody. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down and a yard. Looking to throw. Cody. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's O'Brien. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards, a first down.
49-yard line.
Back to throw. Cody. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
60 Eagles, 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Cowboys, Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Now flag comes out as that is batted down and incomplete. But I think there was early contact. Let's check the call. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Saints. And here's the Saints wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Saints get a 2nd straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they host the Tennessee Titans. And here's the running back for the visiting team. He's going to hit the hole hard, get loose into the secondary, and they're not gonna get him. Lastly, we head out to SoFi Stadium. It's the Chargers hosting the New York Giants. And this is the tight end, Tyler Warren. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Chargers even up their record at 1-1 as they get the win here. With that, we give you a look at the rest of the early games and games still in progress here in Week 2 of the NFL season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beverly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Okay,
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. Ready, ready.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Here we go.
3.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after here coming up. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
At the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. Viking 18, let's go.
Looking to throw. Cody. And he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught on the slant. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll try to run this one in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here.
Number 84. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 10-yard line.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Now again, right side. Beverly. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And space tough to come by there. So you get maybe a yard to the 37.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a handoff up the middle. Beverly. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, and being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Will Anderson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Cody. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
At the 28-yard line.
Off play action. Cody. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cody. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Cody. On the move past the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
San Diego, first down. A gain of 14. First down, San Diego.
Looking to throw. Cody throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barber. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Condors are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
His kick is good.
The point after through the raindrops up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
19.
Up the middle they go. Beverly. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Back and 60. Let's go.
Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
From the contact.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew he was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Second down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 36.
Off the play fake. Cody. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's O'Brien. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Cody. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Nike 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down. A gain of 14.
And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cody. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on 3rd down. Cody. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Back to throw. Cody. And it's caught. Touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Condors have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Condors 17.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Go.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ninth, Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On play action, they'll throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Jacksonville, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.